get this only nowhere else but the Kevin is after that. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're not look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
Okay.
The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back. What? Oh my
God. Wait, what's going on?
What is happening? What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
What is up, everyone? What a freaking game. What a game. The Baltimore Orioles win the first inning against the Sacramento Athletics on Hall of Fame night. What more could you ask for? 3-2 win in the first inning. Awesome. Vibes are super high. Ignore the rest of the game. Pretend it didn't happen because the Orioles didn't show up, so you didn't have to pay attention. Game ended after Gunnar Henderson hit that home run. That's just what we're going with. That's what we're going with. That's the story we're going with, and we're sticking to it. Orioles win the first inning 3-2. There's your headline. You want something to talk about? There it is. What a comeback. Down 2-0 in the first and winning the inning. Only great teams can do that. Only great teams can do that. Orioles win the first inning, and then that's about it. It got really ugly after that. I don't know if you see this, but the score, that's a lot of green after. That is a lot of green. Unfortunately, Nick Kurtz didn't hit another home run. At least I have him in fantasy. So, if he would have hit one, at least I could just say, the one guy the Orioles could have served one up to that would have benefited me. No, let's just let him hit doubles. No. Let's not let Nick Kurtz hit homers. Okay, I guess. I don't know what I did to the Orioles to where they decide to help everyone else but me. I'm actually watching currently the Jets beating the Green Bay Packers 23-3 because that's watching a blowout in the preseason is more enjoyable than watching this Baltimore Orioles team try to win baseball games. At least I know nothing good's going to happen. Nothing exciting's going to happen in this game. I unfortunately talk myself into at least maybe the Orioles can do something each day. And then here we go, 11-3. Let's talk about the game a little bit. I guess post first inning. You know what? No. Let's stick it. Let's go the whole thing. Brandon Young pitched today. End of sentence. That he did. He physically went out on the mound and threw the baseball. I would say over the plate. 2 over the plate. In fact, sometimes center hanger over the plate. Just another. I mean, hey, we've talked about it. Let's just talk about both sides. Let's talk about both sides. You can't give up 11 runs and expect to win. I mean, just Brandon Young, 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Pathetic. I mean, and I feel for Brandon Young because, let's be real, he probably shouldn't be in this position. But he is. He is. They put him out there. He gets knocked around. So, yeah, pitching-wise, can't happen. Then Geraldo comes in. Only 1 earned run, which I think is so stupid. I will never understand this. If a pitcher commits an error and that run comes around to score, it's still an unearned run. The pitcher committed the error. It's his fault still. I never understood that. I never got how you could give up. Like, you could commit an error yourself, give up those runs, and then none of it counts. It's whatever, but Cade Stroud, shout out Cade Stroud. Only pitcher with a clean, with any sort of clean innings, with any sort of, good for you. Cade Stroud lowers his ERA to 1.74. If we want to look at the grand big picture of the Baltimore Orioles with eyes focused on 2026, Cade Stroud's a guy that you have to feel good about because, yes, I don't expect Cade Stroud to be coming out and he's suddenly the setup man next year. But Cade Stroud going into this year was a promising bullpen arm. 27 years old, swing and miss stuff, big strikeout guy. It was all about could he find some sort of rhythm at the major league level. So far, he has 8 appearances, 10 1/3 innings, only 2 earned runs. So it's working. Cade Stroud, if there's anything, legitimately any positive that you want to bring out of tonight, one of them is Cade Stroud continues to look decent. He looks like a guy that you could see in the 6th inning of the 2026 season. That's your positive pitching outlook for tonight. It's the only positive pitching outlook for tonight because none of the other stuff was good. In fact, it was all pretty bad. It was all really bad at times. I mean, hey, give credit to the Athletics. They are a hot offense. Those guys can rake. You know, Rooker, Langoliers, Kurtz, all of them, they can rake, and it's a lot easier to rake when you are getting some hanging pitches over the middle of the plate like they did tonight. And that also helps with, I mean, we'll get into a little bit more. Jeremiah Jackson, love the bat. It's just like it is such a disservice and so disrespectful to him to put him out in right field. He can't play right field. He's an infielder that he has never played the outfield. He fell flat on his face trying to catch a fly ball because he doesn't play the out. Like, why are we trying to do this? Then we had another game of create a player Greg Allen out there. No one knew Greg Allen was you probably thought there was potentially a guy with a generic name of Greg Allen who's played baseball before. Yeah, like the odds were pretty good of that. Now he's your starting center fielder, I guess. Like, it's just what positives? Like, when you look at the team, you understand the position they're in. Like, we kept on saying, like, oh, this is a retool, not a rebuild. That's a rebuild lineup out there. That's that outfield that they've sent out, 3 straight games now, should never be a starting outfield on any major league team. I don't care if it's the 120 lost White Sox last year. They never put out an outfield that bad. Not even close to that bad. Ryan Noda was your best outfielder yesterday. Ryan Noda wasn't on a team a week ago. Like, that's saying something. Like, they went from, oh, we're retooling to we're bad. We are bad. You look at the lineup, you go, young core, bad. Like, it drops off a cliff. Let's go positives. Gunnar Henderson continues to rake. if there is a singular positive, it's Gunnar Henderson. 3-run homer. Orioles went single homer. Looked like awesome. Take the lead. Run with it. Nope, that's not what happened. That was actually the last hit that the Orioles got was Gunnar Henderson's 3-run homer all the way until the 9th inning when Ryan Mountcastle got the single. So, I mean, that's bad. It's really bad, especially for a team that you want to have some sort of hope is going to turn it around next year. You can't continue to get embarrassed like this. This is another game where they allowed more than 10 runs. Good news, Athletics are now just a game behind you, so maybe you can jump into that number 4 spot for the draft lottery. That's cool. That's neat. That would be fun. If we're going to lose, we might as well, get some draft compensation out of it, but this is, woof. Gunnar Henderson, like I said, Westy and Henderson. Holiday obviously leads off the first with a single, but Gunnar and Westy, since July 1st, both of them absolutely raking. Since June 1st, both hitting above 300. Actually, Gunnar since April 1st, or since May 1st, is hitting above 300. So he's doing his part. He's doing his part. Westy's doing his part. Rutschman 0 for 4. That's his first 0 for in a while. First game I really feel like he hasn't produced much in a very long time, especially since coming back. Mountcastle, another hit in the 9th. So that's cool. Nice. The single down 11-3 with 2 outs in the 9th. It's good to get some sort of, at least Mounty's got 2 back-to-back games with a hit since coming off the IL. Personal, feeling good. That's got to be great. But besides that, it's a bad game. 3 hits in your first 3 batters, and then you end the game with 4 total hits. Not great. Literally, like I said earlier, it's to the point where I'm watching 2 teams that I do not follow play preseason football in a blowout. It's 27-3. It's not even a competitive preseason game. And I'd rather have that on because it's more enjoyable than this than this Orioles game. I wish it was a Ravens game. So let's talk about it. That 70-yard field goal, unreal. Cam Little, 70 yards. I'm done talking about the Orioles for a minute. We got our spiel about that. We're talking about cool stuff now. Cam Little, 70 yards. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the preseason's about. If that doesn't fire you up, you don't appreciate preseason football. Allowing a kicker to go out there and attempt 70 yards, there we go. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. At least something cool happened tonight. 70 yards. Obviously, it's not the NFL record because, it's preseason. So that's not going to happen. But now you got to look out for it. Now that's on tape. 70-yard field goal. You just got to get to the 50. And the Jags are in business, baby. 70 yards. Gosh, this is where we're at in the season. There's dog days of summer, and then there's August 9th. What are the Orioles? 13 games below 500 again? No, we're not that bad. We're only 11. 11 games below 500. Much closer to the first overall pick than you are to any sort, not closer, but feels more reasonable to get the first overall pick than a playoff spot. Only 15 games out of first. You know? Only 15 games out of first. If they just win, what would that be? They're 117 games in. No big deal, but it just did that math in my head really quickly. 53 and 64, 117. Just saying. Yeah. What if they just went out? Just went out. Just see what happens. See what happens. They can lose 17 more games the rest of the way. And then they can't finish 500. That's where we're at. And I see Kevin just asked me for the links. I'll send that. Kevin, I'm putting it in Discord. My computer no longer lets me text from it. It's actually a me issue. I accidentally messed something up when I was getting a update, but I don't feel like fixing it. So, Kevin, I just put that link in Discord. I saw people asking where I am. I'm actually on family vacation right now. This is a bathroom door. So I'm very much in a corner right now. But the show goes on. Got to talk about the 11-3 loss no matter what. You know. So, rain, shine, no matter what. We're talking O's baseball. I mean, like, here's the thing. This was just like, for this to be on Hall of Fame night, they deserve so much better. All the guys there. I mean, Buck was back, Davis back, Melvin Moore was back, CC Sabathia was there for some reason. Why was CC Sabathia? Like, guess he's friends with Adam, I guess. LJ Hose was in the house. Same with Xavier Avery. No disrespect to them. Not sure why they were in the house, but Orioles Hall of Fame, I mean, good for them. Good for them. It was fun until literally the second inning. Like, I really thought that, like, when they took that 3-2 lead, I was like, okay, I see what we're doing. I was like, okay, we're going to show some fight tonight. We're going to go out there. We're gonna scratch and claw. We're going to get our runs. You know, you get yours, we get ours. It's like we got ourselves an old-fashioned slobber knocker. We did not. That was an old-fashioned ass whooping. That's what that was. Oof. This was it's just frustrating. You feel bad for guys like what? So now Adam Jones, his retirement game. So his retirement game. Let me make sure I get the score right. Yeah, because it was September 15th. Of 23. Yeah, so Orioles lost it. So I feel bad for Adam. I don't know what Adam Jones did to get this luck, but his Orioles retirement game, when he retired an Oriole, the Orioles lost 7-1 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Actually, I was at that game. That one homer was the solo shot by Heston Kjerstad. Thought we had something there. And then tonight loses 11-3. So 18-4 total. It's an 18-4 total for Adam Jones from, I don't know, honoring games Adam Jones was honored at. Love AJ. Love Adam. We might have to stop. We might have to stop honoring him until we get our shit together, because I don't know what this is. 11-3. It's something. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna get the tankathon. We're getting the tankathon stuff up. We are so close now. We are just a game behind. We are actually the Orioles. If the Orioles can find a way to lose a few more games, they can very quickly. I mean, if the other teams start winning and the Orioles keep losing, obviously, but you get the point. There's only 3 games. Atlanta currently has the. Let me share my screen so you guys are. Let me share my screen so you guys can see this as well. I mean, they're only 3 games separating them and Atlanta. And that takes you from an 8.54% chance at number 1 to a 20.56. It's a big difference. So, let's go ahead. You guys know the rules. We got 3 spins. See where the Orioles land. First one. They just like to mess with me. It's not the time. Why did Texas move up 10 spots? There's just always some tomfoolery going around here. I'm telling you. There's just some permanent tomfoolery that occurs when the Orioles suffer a demoralizing loss. This mock draft simulator or the lottery simulator, it knows, and it just decides to put salt in the wound. Why did we drop? And why did Texas have to go up 10? That's just unbelievable. All right, we're resetting it. We're going spin number 2. Number 4, I'll take Arizona up 5. That's what I want. Why can't the Orioles go on a run, get like the 8th or 9th odds, and then just move up like 6 to get like a top 3 pick? That's what I want. Like, just find a way. I've already mentally accepted we'll probably have the 3rd best odds or something to get the 1st overall pick, and we'll end up with like pick 9. But here we go. So our best position tonight so far is 4. One more spin. One time for the one time. The Athletics getting the 1st overall pick on our final sim as we drop 2 is just poetic for how tonight went. I mean, good for the Athletics. You know, good for the Athletics. People saying one more spin. We'll get one more spin. We'll see what happens. I'm done. We're done with those. No. Done with it. No. Why? It knows when this stuff is happening. It knows when we've suffered throughout the night, and it wants to add just a little bit more. You know, it understands, oh, these guys have been through some shit tonight. Oh, they didn't get a hit from the 1st inning to the 9th. Okay. Let's give the Athletics the 1st overall pick and let's drop them. That's where we're at. You know. Aren't we all? Yeah. I feel bad. Genuinely, I hope everyone who went got a bobblehead in the most sincere way possible. That is the only. Seeing the ceremony, getting a bobblehead, being a part of that, you could have left after that. If you left after the Gunnar Henderson home run, you had a perfect night. Unfortunately, if you stayed for any bit longer, you did not have a great night. You did not have a great night because things escalated quickly. Things got out of hand quickly because you look at it, you're up 3-2, then the Rooker 3-run homer with no outs in the 3rd. You're like, okay. You start to see the writing on the wall of I'm not gonna lie, I had hope. They were down 5-3, and I was like, you know what? We were just down 2 runs. Let's try to put something together. And then turned 6-3. That was 7-3. That was 8-3. That was 10-3. That was 11-3. And by that point, you are. And there's not much you can do. There's no 8-run homer in the, at least not that I've seen. It's hard to get an 8-run homer. So just nothing you could do. Povich tomorrow. I love Cade. I love Cade so much. That can go one of two ways. I just pray we get good Cade tomorrow. Give me Cade Povich, who goes out there and gives us 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 Ks. Give me that guy. Just save that clip in case I just nailed that prediction. So we'll see what happens. We need that Cade. We need that Cade. If we don't get that Cade Povich, it could get ugly pretty quickly. Brandon Hyde, induct Brandon Hyde into the Orioles Hall of Fame. Why not? Why not? Him and Mike Elias going together. Who says no? Brandon Hyde and Mike Elias going to the Orioles Hall of Fame together. Who says no? Who says no? If you're new to the channel, genuinely, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you. I know this sucks. I know this season sucks. I appreciate everyone for sticking with us, sticking with this team, or just coming here to be upset about it and talk shit about the team. If that's what you want to do, and come and do that too, you know. It's all the same. But appreciate everyone sticking it out with us. If you are new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe. I'm going to put in our link for call-in. It's going to be a little bit of a faster show. Apologize. Like I said earlier, I'm on family vacation, so I'm going to be heading out in a little bit just to kind of get more, you know, hang with the fam. So putting the link for call-ins. If you want to call in. If you don't. Link is up. It's just one of those nights. I don't think, if you have anything positive you want to talk about with the Orioles, be my guest. I would love for someone to find a way to make this semi-positive. You know, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those days. But hey, you know, hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Besides the Oriole game, it's been a pretty great day. You know, I would say it was a beautiful day. You know, I was with my family. Like, it's been a fun day. And then the Orioles just did Oriole things. You know, it's kind of how it goes. But we'll get to our first call. We got Joe behind the scenes.
70-yard field goal.
Yeah, I'm telling you, hogs, baby.
That's it, baby.
70 yards.
You know, he might get drafted 1-1 again in that Holy Shirts and Pants fantasy league this year.
That's 7 points right there, Joe. That's 7 points
now.
right there.
We got to run it back now, right? 70 yards. Come
Joe,
on.
I can confidently say you drafting Cam Little 1-1 last season is the only reason why when he made that kick, I was like, oh my God, it was Cam Little. That's the only reason.
Hell yeah. It's gonna run it back. Let's go. Why not? I can't finish any worse than I did last year. So.
It's true. You can't. So you know what? Just keep on. You might as well. It's the year of the kicker, Joe.
Yeah. There's less pro Razorbacks this year, so might have to.
Just got to get them
like UCA and some A-State guys or something, and figure out a scheme for the draft to finish last again. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'll actually take it serious and I'll draft Lamar Jackson 1-1. I don't know. We'll see.
But why would you draft Lamar when Cam Little's on the board? Is the real question. I've never seen Lamar kick 70-yard field goal.
He sure hasn't. He might be able to do it though. I don't know.
Yeah, some of these guys, some of these athletes these days just are good at everything they do.
But you know, I see a lot of things about the ticket prices going up and people at the
Yeah.
stadium. Here's the thing, though. What a lot of people don't realize, and yes, it sucks that the stadium prices are going up. Only 3 teams have 13-game packages. One of them, Philadelphia. That's a Sunday-only package. The Reds are the other team, and the Orioles. So that's 27 teams that don't have it. They're changing to be more competitive. Does it suck?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is people are just upset because if you had a 13-game plan, you're like, why do I got to get rid of this and now pay for more? I think people who have the 29-game plan are the ones I really feel for because if you didn't want to go to 40, but you don't want to go down to 20, I see why you're upset there. But I agree. I think it's also people are just upset with timing. If this would have happened,
timing.
if this
Horrible
would have
timing.
happened in 2023 when this team was winning 101 games, no one would blink an eye. Everyone would be like, hell yeah, I'll go to 7 more games of this squad. Right now, people are looking to watch less Orioles baseball. And that's not what they're doing.
The other thing people don't realize is, like Joe Ortholak talking about 50,000 people at a 1-23 team. There was no Nationals in D.C. There was no Ravens in Baltimore. So people that wanted to see pro sports in Baltimore, that's what they've supported in the 80s and early 90s. Your dollar has to be spread out now, and there's more fans in D.C., Virginia that go to Nats games. It's just it sucks, but that's why there was 50,000 people at Memorial Stadium. Because
the I agree.
Rockies draw, and they're terrible.
Rockies draw an incredible crowd. Rockies that's just a fantastic place to watch a ball game. But yeah, I agree. Rockies draw a crowd no matter what.
So
and hell, maybe it's just because people know that there's going to be a lot of home runs.
Yeah, and maybe everybody likes drinking the banquets.
Who knows? Who knows, Joe? But Joe, appreciate you calling in as always, my guy.
Where's Kevin?
Kevin's actually behind the scenes right now. Kevin's right here. He just hopped on.
There we go. Hello, Kevin.
Yo. I gotta save my camera for recording Locked On Ravens. It kills my audio feed, so I'd like to have good audio, but it sacrifices the camera. So
that's okay. You made it. You count. You're the co-host, so
yeah. I had to stop and yeah.
It's like breakfast time for you right now. So you probably haven't done your hair and makeup yet.
I'm exhausted. I'm trying to. I went to bed at a crisp 5 a.m. last night and got up at 9:30. But that 9:30 is early for me though.
Yeah, it is. I think I was up at 9 o'clock, but I didn't go to bed at 5. So
I wish I did. Although I was napping from like 2:30 to 4. So
you're a party animal. You were out partying on Friday night.
I'm a upload animal, and things here do not want to upload. So
the question is, why did you stop to beat the streak?
Because I wasn't good at it.
We were building a TikTok.
I got to 10. I got to 10, and then I don't think I hit anything higher than 5 for like 2 months. And I was just like, well, if you're losing, I'm gonna.
Zach hasn't stopped betting.
Go to a pack of Sour Patch watermelon a day.
Actually, Joe, I'm on a 7-game win streak currently on the Ryan Ripken show.
Yeah,
I guess 6 of our last 7. I'd one loss, but 6 of our last 7. We're back. The kid, they let the kid get hot. They officially let the kid get hot. And that's the issue.
We're back. Let's beat the streak back. We gotta have something fun to actually talk about. This baseball team's not very fun right now.
That's for sure.
That it is not.
But Joe, at least we have Cam Little.
Yeah, Cam Little, 70-yard field goal. What do you think about that, Kevin? He's speechless.
Man, maybe your pick of him last year wasn't too high after all. Maybe you picked him right in the right spot.
Maybe we might run it back again. I was listening to the radio feed of the Orioles game when I was driving down to Sam's Club, and they had Tom Davis on there, talking about how he saved money driving through the city instead of going through the tunnel, and it saved him $104 a year because the toll was only $1. What do you guys think of that? It was $1.
Sheesh.
That's crazy, right?
That is. It's just,
Unreal.
God, don't you gotta love it. But Joe, appreciate you hopping on as always. We'll catch you next time.
Appreciate
Hopefully
you, Joe.
for next time when Cam
Sure.
Little hits a 75-yarder.
And go follow the Instagram. Go follow the Instagram and the Facebook people. So
Follow that. And then Joe, we'll catch you next time. Appreciate you.
I didn't go yard selling this weekend though, so
No yard. You gotta wait for Kevin for that. Wait for Kevin for that.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, wait for me. Wait for me.
That's a long wait.
Awesome, Joe. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Let's keep it rolling because I see we got boots on the ground. Breaking Glenjamin up next. How we feeling?
What's going on,
How
man?
we feeling?
What's going on?
Oh, can't hear you right now. Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
No, can you hear us?
Well, hey,
We can't
boots
hear
on the ground. Literally boots on the ground.
We're trying to. Oh, there we are. We're back.
Oh, wait. Okay.
All
We're
right.
back. We're back.
Yeah, check out. Yeah, these new boots. I just got them in the other day, and every time I get a new pair, I say, okay, this is the time where I'm going to be able to wear them throughout the entire day, and they're not going to hurt my feet. No, my dogs are barking. So I got out of the stadium in like the 6th inning after running into Tom Davis on the club level and taking a selfie with him. So that was pretty awesome.
I was going to say that Tom Davis. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I got the bobblehead. The bobblehead looks cool. Really nice ceremony. They had bunch of people from the 2014 team were there. Markakis, Buck Showalter was there for the ceremony, and that was awesome. Buck put the jacket on at him.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see.
It's the little things like that mean something. Especially and that's what sucks is today was so awesome all the way up until like the game. Like it was perfect. It was the Adam Jones bobblehead. You get the win last night. You're feeling maybe you can build some momentum going. Maybe you can make something happen. Hell, even Gunnar hits a 3-run homer, take the lead. You're like, something's going. And then for it to go out the way it did, it's just disappointing.
Yeah. So I've got a complaint that I like to bring to the community. And let me say that I fully understand that there are more important things going on in my life, in the world, et cetera, et cetera. But I need to say this. This is my time. It's Saturday night. This is my time to complain about baseball. So with all that being said, and then Joe brought it up a little bit about like the season tickets and ticket prices and everything. So season tickets been in our family, I think, since 1996, 95 or 96. In the 2004 year, we kept them all these years throughout the bad times too. So in 2004, we ended up getting some really good seats in Section 56. And that's where my tagline is, Section 56 elitist, because 56 is the best section. Third base is the best side to watch the ball game from. Because if there's something happening on third base, there's something happening in the game.
Oh, I like that.
And then, they threw us, because nobody was buying the season tickets, they threw us a parking pass in Lot A right next to the front door.
Ooh.
And then family members that I, went to the games with and stuff became disabled, mobility issues and stuff. And so they gave us a pass for like AH, like the handicap portion. But then last year for the wild card series, they bumped us to Lot B for the wild card. And then we got an email to renew the tickets. They said something like, hey, do you all still need Lot AH or, basically what they're asking is, did those people that were disabled, did they die off? I was like, no, they're still around. And so they gave us Lot AH again. But I said, they're going to mess around with something. Like they're talking about this A stuff and it's going to be gone soon. And so when the renewals came out, they said Lot A is going to be exclusively for the premier club seats. And then maybe if you had your accessible parking long enough, they'd let you keep it. But I'm not planning on it. I'm not planning on them letting me keep Lot A or AH or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like with the amount of games that I go to, like my app says I've been to 44 this year. It makes a huge difference for me, my dad, whoever I go to the game with. You know, start my day at 7 a.m, get out of the baseball game at 10. Just being able to walk right next to the front door, get in my car and just go home, drive home, beat the traffic and all that stuff.
It's
I
a huge
understand.
difference.
Yeah, I understand like the price increases and everything, but don't mess with the experience of the people that have been going there for like 25 years.
Yeah.
So that's my
I think
complaint.
I was going to say, I think that's the biggest thing that I've gotten, you know, and seen online is the people that I understand the most of why they're upset is very similar circumstances. It's people who've had these season tickets for, you know, 30 plus years, and they're sitting there going, why is suddenly it changing for me? Why do I suddenly have to lose my seats because I don't want to bump up to X amount of games or hit this threshold, and now suddenly I'm losing my seats that I've been you know, it feels like we talk about having feel, you know, and not just going off the book all the time on the field. Same thing off the field. Yeah, maybe the numbers are saying, oh, if everyone goes up this, it helps us in this situation, but it doesn't take into account the people who have been there for 30 years doing this, you know, going to 50, 60 games a year that now suddenly are put in a tough situation that they shouldn't be put in because they've been loyal customers and, you know, loyal supporters for all this time through some really shitty years. Like, it's not like everyone was going when it was like, oh, this team has been the most winningest team in baseball over the last 30 years. They've been one of, if not the worst over the last 30 years. So it's like, taking away, you know, and kind of, you know, taking that shot at people who have been there through it all. That's where it really doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, exactly. And there was also something else in that email about how, oh, if you have 4 full season seats, then we'll give you a pass to Lot B. And it's like, I can't get 4 people to go to the baseball game 81 times a year. I mean, maybe if there's a better product on the field, maybe. But
this team was winning 101 games again.
And I don't want to switch to Premier Club seats. Like, I like my seats where they are. They're the best seats in the entire stadium because they're the perfect angle for the like Gio Urshela to toss the ball up. I've gotten 4 from him. The seats in front of me, full season, are like $800 more. The seats directly across the aisle of me are about $3,000 more a season. So I'm like at the the pinpoint of the best seats in the entire stadium, best overall seats.
Yeah.
And like Mike Elias, Dave, I do not want to give these up. Please do not make me consider giving these seats up. Please.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Let me pay the $10,000 like I've been doing for the past 20 years or whatever. Just send out the renewal and I just click OK. Like, why is that an issue?
And that's why I think so many people are in the same boat as you. It's not necessarily, it's like is it going to deter new people from joining? It's the people that now suddenly, like yourself, have to sit there and be like, do I want to do this? And that should never be, especially for people who've been as loyal as you and has been there through it all. That should never even be, they should not be doing anything that negatively impacts their most loyal supporters.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, I got all these extra Birdland points. If either of you guys want to come to the state of the team with Mike Elias or whatever, I think I got enough points.
You know, that is definitely gonna be a whirlwind.
You gotta throw a question in there. You gotta throw a question in there for us.
Yeah,
State's not so great.
There's a dude on X who is a guardian of the flag court. Oh, I hope he shows up.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like somebody else do this so I don't have to. Like I don't want to make a fool of myself. But anyway, guys, it's Hey, the bobblehead was great. I got to meet Tom Davis. It was awesome seeing the team on the field. And you know what? There's another game tomorrow, so we'll be okay.
Just got to keep
Baseball's
the
still
faith.
rocking and
Keep the
rolling.
faith. Awesome. Appreciate you
everybody.
calling
I'll
in
see you
as
later.
always. Enjoy your Saturday breaking,
Appreciate you,
Glenjamin. We'll
man.
catch you next time. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just feel bad for the.
Yeah, I appreciate Breaking Glenjamin sharing his story. And
Yeah.
there are so many people, like you said, Zach, in situations where, like, why would you want to alienate? Like, I understand, like you said, prices are gonna go up. Like, it just is what it is. You're eliminating things though that make going to games, whether it's being accessible or friendly to wallets potentially, or just like little things like that. And it just feels like it honestly, Zach, just feels like they're putting everything behind a paywall. It's like,
literally.
in order to get what you want to get, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to upgrade, or you're going to have to get a different experience.
Well, that's the thing is.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's not even the paywall. It's like it's already been behind the paywall, and then they're going, "Hey, you actually have to now pay more to get what you got before." And you're like, "Okay." And then they're like a lot more. Like you have to, now double what you're going to. I mean, 13 to 20 games is a substantial jump, for what that is. 29 to 40 games is a substantial jump.
Even if people were okay with like paying, and I'm sure there are people in this boat where, like, if you're okay with saying, okay, I will pay from 13 to 20, or I will pay from 29 to 40, some people just can't go to that many games, like you said, where it's like some people legitimately just 29 games is a good amount of games for what their life is and what they're able to fit into going to. And if you're saying, okay, you're eliminating that package and now we have to jump up double-digit games, some people just physically and lifestyle-wise cannot go to that many games. And why would you want to take away if they go and actually bump down to 20? First of all, you're taking away money from yourself in doing that, and second of all, you're lessening the experience. So again, price jumps happen. Like, it is what it is. It's still not great.
I don't think anyone's upset. Yeah, it went up 3%.
It's a lot, but
that
if they kept their options while increasing the prices, I don't think people would bat an eye. It'd be like, okay, this sucks, but like, this is just the natural progression of what happens. But you're essentially forcing your fans to do what you want, and some of them aren't going to do what you want. Like, you're going to alienate people, and not to mention the team sucks right now. So it's like, why
would I pay for 29 games to go watch them lose 11-3 and be uncompetitive?
Right. Why would people want, like, again, going to games is awesome. It's an amazing experience. Camden Yards is incredible. Like, it's something that people, even if the team isn't good, like, it's something that people still want to do sometimes, right? Like, it's, hey, I just want to enjoy a baseball game, just enjoy being in that atmosphere, which is really great. But then when you're throwing on all this extra stuff of, like, your plan's eliminated and you either have to jump up or go down, the parking situation, if we gave you something, sorry, we're giving that to the premier members now. The team isn't being invested in at this moment, and when it's being invested in, it's all going to the wrong places, and you're not watching a winning product. Like, the timing, was just horrific. It honestly reminds me this. I don't know how many people agree with this. It reminds me of the Luis F. Castillo move, where it was just so tone deaf to where they were so awful. Their pitching was so bad. And then Luis Castillo comes across the ticker, and you're like, oh my God. And then it's
Luis
this other
F.
guy, and you're just like, just I don't know.
That's the thing.
I just don't know why you would play with your fan base that way.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I think the number of people I've seen just be like you said, Kevin, like, 29 games works for me. I cannot go to 40. Like, 13 games works for me. I cannot go to 20. 40's a lot of games. You think about it. Let's say they have a 10-game homestand. If you're going to half games, that's 5 games out of, like, you might be going an entire every day of a week. Like, if you got to hit that 40. Like, 40 is a lot of games. That is a crap ton of games. And Kevin, those tickets are just to get in. And that's not talking about, are you going to have a beer? That's $16. Are you getting a $6 hot dog? Are you getting a drink?
Stuff like what was it, the Birdland value menu or whatever that's called? Like,
yeah, but even now, like I've seen stuff with Birdland membership. What's it called? Points and stuff. They no longer give discounts for all of that stuff. Like, Birdland members no longer get discounts on food and beverages, and now they're doing this. It just.
Yeah, I remember that was this year, wasn't it? Where they
that was already they were already going in the wrong direction. Then the team went in the complete opposite direction, and that they must have had this already set. But I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Doesn't make it look any better.
It doesn't. Let's move on to our last column, though. We got Sam behind the scenes. Sam, how's it going, my guy?
Yeah, what's going on, Sam?
Hey, Kev, Zach, how y'all doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you? How you doing?
Yeah, baseball was played. I gotta be honest, I gotta be honest, I didn't watch a second. I was actually at a wedding today, and it was kind of in an area of the state. I live in Nebraska, and so it was in an area of the state where it didn't really get much service, and so was every so often getting spotty service to where I could like see the score. And I saw it was 2-0 early, and then a few minutes later it was 3-2. So I'm thinking, okay, bad inning, but hey, they got it back. And then lost service, and then got invested in the groom and the bride and everybody else. And so it's like, and then the next thing I check, it's 11-3, and I'm just thinking, what the heck happened? Look at the box score, 4 unearned runs, and my dad was texting me about the outfield, and I was just like, don't get me started on how bad those guys. And look, I've been listening to a lot of 105.7 The Fan ever since I came home to Maryland about a week ago and spent a week there. Saw a game. Actually, it was the day before the trade deadline that I saw that game. So got to see Mullins rob the home run. Got to see O'Hearn hit the blast. So that was really cool to see that.
Yeah.
And so downloaded the Odyssey app, listened to 105.7 The Fan. I've been doing a lot of that lately, and my goodness, I thought I was negative, and I thought some of our fans were negative. Oh my gosh, you listen to these guys, and it's just it's insane. And I can't remember who it was the Vinny something show that he has. They're talking about Jeremiah Jackson. I never knew that this kid is not an outfielder until
he's an infielder.
Yeah, it's like until you see him play, and then they're talking about this whole stupid crap about waiting until I think it's the 15th to bring up Basayo and Beavers, so that way it's some kind of service time, and so they can maintain rookie status for 20.
It's so that they can, in case either of them win. Well, for Beavers, it's more of a risk because if he doesn't end up in the top 100, it doesn't matter. But it's so if either of them wins Rookie of the Year, the Orioles would get a first-round pick, similar to what they did with Gunnar.
And oh my gosh, it's just so stupid. It's because like, what have we been saying about these young guys? Get them called up, get them in the bigs, get their feet under them for the last month and a half. So that way, when they make the club out of spring training, not if, but when they make the club next year out of 26, they're ready to hit the ground running and make an impact on a team that is hopefully, I don't have too much faith in the team for next year, but hopefully is going to be contending. And they're bringing up these points on The Fan that I've been saying for most of the season, that it's actually, in my eyes, a good thing they're not competing this year, because it gives these guys opportunities to get their legs under them. But when you look at the outfield, it's absolutely abysmal. Carlson hasn't had a hit in like 10 games. I don't know who the other 2 guys are. I've never heard of them, but it's just more of a last going dumpster diving. Yeah, it's like you got Dylan Beavers down in the farm who's absolutely just killing it. Just bring the kid up. Who gives a crap? Like, he would have to beat Basayo for Rookie of the Year next year. Like, and I'm sorry.
And that's the thing. I completely get why they don't bring Sam Basayo up. He's a 20-year-old catcher. I think he very, very, very well could win, if not run away with Rookie of the Year next year. I get that. Beavers, I'm like you. One, there's a possibility he doesn't even qualify, even if he wins, because of not being in the top 100 for the pick. He's proving it. You have a blatant hole in the outfield. Let him, see what you can do. I agree with Beavers. I understand Basayo. They want to keep his
Yeah.
rookie eligibility. He's a 20-year-old, 20 years old. That makes more sense. Beavers, that's a guy who should be up here. That's a guy who should be up here. And, I guess we're going to wait 6 more days at this point. But
yeah, and it's like at the very least, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, obviously we know they're not competing, they're not, but it's just it's laughable what this guy's doing. And if you notice the tag that I have on my name, it says Adam Jones for GM. I've been saying this most of this season, to myself, to my dad, to people that I talked to about this, and it's like I don't think there's ever been, and I could be wrong about this, I don't think there's ever been another Oriole that has invested more and cared more about this city than Jonesy. And that's why I had my dad record the ceremony so I can watch it on the Xfinity Roku app so I can watch it, because he's a guy that I was old enough to remember watching from 2012. Well, he was on the team since '09, but actually watching the games from 12 all the way through to 18. And he was one of my favorite players. I'm pretty sure he was one of the reasons why when I played ball, I wore my pants up so my socks were showing. Because it's like that's the cool thing to do because Jones does it, and chewing gum when you're playing ball. It's like Jonesy did it, so let's do it.
Yep.
It's one of those things. He had such an impact on the city and the team and the fans. And, I guarantee you put him, I mean, do what the Giants did. They brought in Buster Posey, a guy who has meant so much to that team and that city and that franchise. Adam Jones is the Buster Posey, if you will, of the Orioles. He needs to be this team's executive VP and GM. I don't know when Elias's contract is up. I don't know if it's this year or next year. I honestly don't know if he's even on a long-term deal. But he cannot be trusted because this is not just this is not like 2025. This year they have to replace what, 4 or 5 relievers because the bullpen's abysmal. They have to add probably 2 or 3 solid, at least 3 and 4 arms. Because I mean, you got Bradish coming back. Can't count on Grayson, and you can't count on. You might be able to count on Wells. He might be able to be a good back end starter. Then you got Kramer, but that's it. Those are the only 3 guys that for certain are going to be in this rotation next year. Besides, right. Okay, yes, I did forget about Rogers. My bad.
But let's call it like it is. Bradish and Wells are coming back from Tommy John. Rogers has been lights out. It's been 10 games still. There's more question marks than not in this rotation. I think they need to go get number 1. I think they need to go get a Framber Valdez. They need someone. They just go get a Suarez, go get a Valdez, go get someone that you can put as your number 1. And if Grayson comes back, cool. If Bradish looks like Bradish and he's a number 1 again, awesome. If Wells looks like, because in 23 he was our best pitcher for a while, he returns that, awesome. If Rogers keeps doing his thing, awesome. But you can't rely on that. It felt like this year's goal and plan was, okay, we hope Bradish comes back eventually. We hope Grayson steps up to be the 1. We hope these guys come. And they didn't have, everything fell through. And that's why they're where they are pitching wise. They need to go get, someone. If you can go get a number 1 out there, and hell, show the fan base you're trying. If you go out there and you get a number 1 and next year the pitching staff still sucks, whatever, at least we can look at you and go, well, I mean, he went and got Valdez. I don't he got the number 1 guy. We got these guys back. It just feels like at this point, if you're not going to bring anyone in, if you're not going to go for it, I can't sit here, like you kind of said, if they don't get anyone and we just kind of run this back again, I just don't see any way. I do think Elias gets this offseason. I would be pretty shocked if they fired him. I wouldn't be, I think there's still a possibility, but I think everything kind of points towards maybe they're trusting him with this.
Unfortunately. Well, and here's why I think Rubenstein is a worse owner than Angelos, because at the very least, Angelos was involved to some degree in the decisions that were made. Rubenstein doesn't know baseball, and so he just literally gave all control to Mike, which is the worst thing that he could have done, because Mike, he spent money, and I think they were, something, top 5 most increased payrolls, but again, they spent them on the wrong guys. With the arbitration, but they spent them on the wrong guys. And one of them turned out. We got Sagano and then Morton, but Morton isn't even on the team anymore. So I mean, all right, look, some of them did work out. I'll give them that. But the O'Neill deal, I mean, you could have gotten a hometown discount with with Tony if you gave him something close to what he was looking for. I don't think it would have cost him. It probably would have cost about 80, I would say, to keep him around. And heck,
Yeah.
even if he would have gotten a big contract from the O's and he got hurt like he did this year with the Jays, honestly, yeah, it'd be frustrating. But hey, it's just like you said, they're trying. Same thing with
Yeah.
Burns. If they would have brought him back, yeah, he's getting TJ and he's out till midway late next year. But again, you're trying. You're showing the fan base that hey, we're invested. We're not just saying it's lift off from here and then we're not putting our money where our
Yeah.
mouth is. And again, this is not just, well, this primarily falls on Mike because he's responsible for hiring everybody top to bottom. This is a top to bottom issue. This isn't just
Yeah.
the front office. It's all the yes men that he has hired who are either going to get behind his philosophy or they're going to hit the road. And I think that's what's happened, especially I think with Freddie. I can't confirm this, but again, you're reading articles about people posting these things and how apparently Freddie was fired because of he didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that Mike was doing. If that's
Yeah.
credible, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me because that's who this guy is. If you don't agree with him, you're hitting the road. But
Yeah.
everything needs to be I think it needs to be completely dismantled, and it starts at the top because they need a new scouting department, developing crew. They need to get training better, hitting coaches. Everything needs to be just rebuilt. Not the
Yeah.
team, because the team I think they have the potential, but it's the ones behind the scenes that are pulling the strings and the minors developing these guys. And that's why we're in the position we are now, where
Yeah.
this was once a limitless team to where now we're talking about selling the core next year potentially because this team's going nowhere. And it's sad.
Yeah, it is. Look at where they are now compared to just a year or two ago. I don't think a lot of people saw, maybe people saw a step back this year, but to the point where they might, have the second best odds for the first overall pick. I don't think anyone saw it being that bad because of the young core. You thought the floor for this team was still to compete around 500, being that 70. At worst, I thought 75 wins. I didn't think that we'd be sitting here questioning if they get to 70 wins. That's just where they are. And I agree, the young core, I'm not worried about them, especially, Gunnar and Westy both are hitting over 300 since June 1st. So they're doing their job. You got to build around them.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
And Rutsch is coming back.
Too.
He's a freaking doubles machine. He had an overnight.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
But he's been, since coming back from the IL 2 weeks ago, he's been hitting the ground running. If this is a sign of what's to come, that he's finally getting out of his funk, which was, whether it's, I'm pretty sure it was mostly mental just because of just the way he's been playing for the last year. If he's coming out of this, that's huge. But, and I'll say this one last thing. I think the guy that's going to be easiest to lock up, Rutschman and Rogers are probably going to be the two guys to lock up that are not, obviously they're not Boris clients. With Rutschman, and again, this was from a guy on the Fan yesterday, and he brought up an amazing point. Offer Rutschman the contract of what he's producing, because he's not right now. He's not who we thought he was going to be. Like, we thought he was going to be Buster Posey. We thought he was going to be like this superhuman catcher, and he's just not proving to be that way. He's a solidly offensive catcher, and I think he's pretty good behind the dish. Calls a good game. And so you give him what he's producing. Right now, you give him what he's worth. He's going into year 5, I think, next year. So he's got 2 more years left. And so lock him up now with what he is producing. And at least there, it's like, hey, this not just shows us, but it shows the rest of the players who potentially might look at staying that, hey, this team's serious about winning. And we're going to show you, we're locking down these 2. But I think those 2 are the first guys that need extensions. And Rogers, I don't know if it's too soon to tell. I don't think this is a fluke. It'd be one thing if it was like 3 to 5 games. This is 10, 11 games where he's done nothing.
And it's against good teams. It's against damn good teams. When you're going, your one blip is 6 innings of 2-run ball. That's pretty good. I agree. I don't think this is really this is just a Linsanity run for him. And I think Rogers should be the first one to extend just because his contract's up after next year. But I couldn't agree with you more, Sam. And appreciate you calling in even after the wedding. So appreciate
I've
you.
been gone for like 2 hours. It's no worries. I've been gone for like 2-3 hours. It's all right.
You know what? Hope you try to at least enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.
Absolutely. Y'all take care, and probably see y'all sometime next time.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Sam. We'll get you next time. Yeah, Kevin, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see this offseason. We keep talking about extensions. I think Rodgers, Adley, and then just how they add. I think they still need a top guy, in the rotation. But you then also look and you're like, damn, there's a lot of spots open in that bullpen and stuff. There's just a lot of spots open on the team.
Yeah. And can you hear me okay? I think my audio is
I can hear you.
It's okay? Okay. I know. I didn't want to risk it with the call-ins, talking over people, and then I'm just like a robot. So that's why I wasn't talking as much during those. But I think Sam made good points, and I don't know if I'm in the if I'm in a small group compared to everybody else here, but the bullpen doesn't concern me as much. Like, there are a lot of spots. I get it. Like, that part is like you got to hit on at least 80% of those spots to feel good about it. But they've had success with guys like Felix and, waiver claims like, others like, bringing in guys who were cast off like a Coulomb. Jacob Webb was solid for them for a little while. Like, Cano was solid up until this season. He was consistent for them up until this year. Like, whether it's through trade or, like Cano was, or through waiver claims, they've had success there. The thing that's really good, like, I don't think bullpen arms are going to make or break the offseason for me. Like, it's great. Like, they're going to have to bring those guys in. What's going to make or break it is how they spend on the rotation, hopefully a fourth guy in the lineup that can mash for them. But I mean, it's just Boris clients be damned or not. Like, the Orioles not signing guys to extensions, and Sam talked about it with Adley. I know Adley's not a Boris client, but still, like, the Orioles have given this fan base nothing to be excited about. There is
not this season.
Long term to be excited about. I don't know who's going to be on the team in 2 years, 3 years, because no one.
No, how can you?
Like,
how can you?
It's not Kowser, not Westberg, not Jackson, not Gunnar, not Adley, not anybody is signed to an extension, and it's just like, show some level of commitment, right? Some level of commitment. You see the Red Sox handing out contracts, the Padres, they did it with Jackson Merrill. Like, I could give you a ton of examples of it. It's the new norm. And I think that it benefits the Orioles over, like, I think the player benefits from it too. Obviously, it's a lot of money for a lot of years and you have that stability. But if it goes the way you want, and it doesn't always go that way, but if it goes the way you want, you're getting a guy that could potentially be a Gunner's already going to be like a hundreds of millions of dollar player. But, like, if you invest in these guys early on, you're getting a guy that could be 200, 300, 400 million for anywhere from 70 to 90 million over 8 to 10 years. I would take that risk. Like, Jackson's clearly not going to sign a deal like that, but, like, I would take that risk for a guy like a Jackson.
I'm telling you, the guy I'd give 150 million, and I would take the risk right now. You want to win this fan base over immediately. You announced Sam Basayo's coming up, is getting called up with a new 8-year, 9-year, $150 million contract. That's a guy I would see doing it. That's a guy I could see doing it. 20 years old, you buy him out until he's 29 years old. He can still get another massive contract. You give him 150 million over 9 years, I would do that in a heartbeat. That's the guy I would do it for. Like, if you do that, I'm telling you, people would look a lot different at this regime and everything. If you hand him that, I think you change a lot of people's opinions. And I would take the risk for him.
I think you could get Basayo on the Christian Campbell deal.
Maybe. Like, you genuinely might be able to.
I first of all, it's so funny. I genuinely thought you were about to say Trevor Rogers for that 150 million. I was about to say, man, That'd be a statement. But no, like Basayo.
Well, if you're going, if you give Trevor Rogers 150 over 7, I still wouldn't do that. Actually, I would give Trevor Rogers a 3-year extension. I would give him 3 years, 70.
But it's Sam Basayo was the most realistic option you have at that, right? Because Jackson has clearly graduated from that.
Yeah.
You're not getting a Kowser or a Westbrook on a deal like that. Like it's a and that's the definition, right? A young up and coming player.
Yeah,
it'd be a little different, I guess. And I don't know how many at bats Christian Campbell had before he signed his deal, but like
I think 7.
It's a young up.
I literally think it was like 7.
Yeah. So like you're able to invest in a guy, excite your fan base, and you know what the best part is, and this is even for the Red Sox. Christian Campbell was awful at the MLB level. Like he needed to go back.
He's down in AAA trying to get right.
Yeah, and you know what the best part is? They have time to work on him and work with him, and the talent is clearly there with him. And I think he's actually been playing well recently over there.
He's actually killing it. I think he has a 17 game on base streak. He's hitting like 380
so like,
over.
It's a win-win, and like, should they have done it with Jackson? Yeah. Would Boris have allowed it? No. But like, it's that kind of thing that could happen. And honestly, like, it sucks because I'm so sick of like Boris. But like, he does kind of run it when it comes to his clients with that. So you kind of got to you got to understand that, like, you know, it sucks hearing about it all the time, but that's just how he operates. And besides not a Boris client, is he?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if we're talking about Basayo, he's a Boris client, it's all for naught. But
I feel like we definitely would have heard this already.
Yeah.
No.
I'm so down for a Basayo extension though. I'm so down.
I've noticed something though. Let me see. So I have a So it's so funny. If you look up any player and like Gunnar Henderson agent, like Jackson, like anyone agent, it only tells you if they're a Scott Boras client. So I just looked up Sam Basayo. I'll look up like Trevor Rogers, and it won't pop up with anything. It'll just show their stats, anything. I look up Gunnar Henderson agent, immediately it shows me Scott Boras. Like, if you want to talk about someone who just dominates that realm, Scott Boras has that absolutely locked.
I think that, you know, in terms of agents, I mean, clearly Rich Paul with like LeBron and those guys is like super high profile because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, Boras runs the agent game though. Like,
just looked up Trevor Rogers. Absolutely nothing popped up. Looked up Jackson Holiday. Boras. Let me look up Jordan Westbrook. I know he's Boras.
Who's the biggest NFL agent? I guess it's not necessarily agents for NFL. It's more agencies. Like,
yeah. It's just a bunch
CAA
of agencies.
is pretty popular, and a couple others. Athletes First.
Lamar Jackson's mother.
Lamar Jackson secretly a Scott Boras client.
Yeah, no, it's his mother. It's actually Lamar Jackson's mother is actually the agent for Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? She just represents all more stars. That would be a way to do it. That would be the way.
Yeah. The crazy development no one knew about.
They all have entire gyms. They all come up with different gyms.
I still can't believe that was a time. I was talking about that on lockdown. That Lamar Jackson side going on for so long. I was like looking for any little thing I could. I'm still waiting on that Lamar one-on-one interview with himself.
I am too. When's he dropping this? That he used
that dude, you know, why? It's
never
never coming out because there's a 90% chance that he just bashed the Ravens in that interview.
Oh, I would go ahead.
What? No, I was gonna say that was before he signed, and when I think it was right after he requested his trade potentially. I can't remember exactly. I might be wrong on that, but
yeah, it was
he definitely did not have nice things to say about the Ravens. Like I haven't seen it because I don't think anybody's gonna see it, but like I think that interview was definitely more of a like, hey, I've been treated poorly by the Ravens. I'm not getting what I deserve.
Well, if it was just a Greg Roman tell-all.
Wow, that'd be something. Oh yeah, this is true. Yep, David Maguleta.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce it. I apologize, but yep, he's definitely the big. I know. Isn't who's no? That's a quarterback. Is it an agent? Who the Quincy Avery guy? Is he a quarterback coach or an agent? I think he's a quarterback coach.
He's a quarterback coach. Yeah, I was gonna say that's
because he's like all over the timeline for Deshaun Watson because he works with Deshaun.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't like him because he just only talks about Deshaun Watson. Didn't he work with Lamar though for a little bit?
He is widely regarded as the quarterback whisperer. No, it says he's worked with Jalen Hurts, CJ Stroud, Jordan Love.
Lamar works with. I know Lamar now works with someone else, but I don't know if he ever put him work with Quincy Avery before.
I have no clue. I'm trying to.
Because I know Lamar has a personal guy that he works with and has been working with for a long time.
Okay.
Lamar actually worked with Jordan Palmer, Carson's brother,
you know what?
a little bit.
I was just talking mad shit about Quincy Avery because I was like, nah, I'm not talking about him and the Deshaun Watson thing. I just looked up Quincy Avery, Lamar. All of the first things are about. I guess he's gone on a media tour recently, and his whole thing is how Lamar Jackson is without a doubt the best quarterback in the league, and it's not close. So I take everything back that I thought about you in my head, Quincy Avery. You know ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you know something for the NBA. Drew Hanlon, if you know who that is, works with, like, he's one of those prominent trainers. Wow, look at us both being.
My internet is horrible here. I've been trying to hotspot.
We just both are going through the internet blues right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw mine a few times do the circle thing during Collins, and I was like, please don't lose this. Please don't lose this.
Yeah.
Because I was so worried. Although we found out, even though I started, if I lose it, it still stays because
it still goes. Yeah,
terrifying time when we were doing Collins and I fell off, and it was only thank God Gordon held down the fort for 2 minutes while I was gone.
Yeah, but long story short, Drew Hanlon is like one of the most prominent NBA trainers who works with a bunch of top talent, and one of his clients is Embiid. And so when Jokic and Embiid were in that big MVP media battle, like the years it got super, like everybody knows Jokic is better now, but
there was a minute where it was.
That MVP conversation, the year Embiid won it, Drew Hanlon just talked every amount of trash he could about Jokic, and I get it, man. Prop up your guy. Like, he also works with Tatum and a bunch of other guys, but it just got. And I think Quincy Avery has done that with Deshaun Watson a lot in terms of defending him, and that's a whole nother. That's why he's pretty widely hated now. At least that's what it feels like. So it's crazy all the different storylines you can talk about with sports.
It's so, you know what? We should have a podcast about it. We should talk sports on podcast. There's so much to talk.
I don't know. What will we name it? I don't know.
We'll have to figure something out.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Kevin, anything else from tonight? Just a fun night at the yard.
Hey, it started off fun, and then
it did. It was good. The ceremony was good. The first thing, Kevin, my whole intro to this was about how the Orioles won the first inning. It was cool for a minute.
Hey, I mean,
it's the little things.
Yeah, nothing else. I mean, go win a series. Did you do the simulator?
Yeah, I did. We got fourth. No, we got seventh, fourth, sixth. And then everyone said try it one more time because on the last one, the Athletics jumped up to first. I was like, this is insult to injury. And we did it again, and we fell to eighth. And I was like, I'm done. I literally just immediately closed the tab. I was like, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, no. So go win a series tomorrow, but also maybe don't if you want the draft pick. So
exactly. We'll see what happens. We'll be back tomorrow.
Go play hard and play baseball.
Just go have fun. Orioles back at it tomorrow at 1:35 as the Athletics. Against the Athletics, Cade Povich on the mound versus Luis Morales. So we'll see what happens. We'll be back here no matter what, talking about it here on Kevin and Zach React. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, tell a friend to tell a friend if they just want to be miserable with us together. Appreciate everyone joining and we will catch you next time. LJ Hose.
Platinum level jersey right there.
Incredible.
You know what? I'm gonna stay on the outfielder train with you, Xavier Avery.
I feel like we got it from the same reason.